Looking for a podcast that discusses technology in a fun and innovative way? Well, if you answered yes, then you've come to the right place. Because here on VisionCast with JC and Friends, we do just that. We feature special interviews, give you the latest tech updates, and so much more. And there's no time like the present, because it's now time for your weekly dose of technology. So kick back, relax, and enjoy the show. Only on VisionCast with JC and Friends.
What is going on, my greatest and glorious tech freaks? This is another edition of VisionCast with JC and Friends. This is the podcast where it's all about technology, news, updates, demonstrations if possible, interviews if possible, randomness, and the whole 9 yards. We're back again with another episode, and man, we got some stuff in store for you. But before we get into all of that, I want to get our introductions out the way. I want to introduce my loyal crew, my greatest podcast extraordinaires who are doing such a fabulous job alongside me because, if it wasn't for them, I would have been all alone in the cold, dark world doing this podcast, but I'm not. So we're going to be introducing them. So starting off with the ladies, we have two of them. First of all, we have the meeting coordinator, producer, and editor, our extraordinaire, Angela, aka Angela 3011, is in the house. What's up, Angela?
Hello, everybody. Hope you all are doing well. And this is going to be jam-packed full of updates. I have some updates as well. I actually have 3 of them. So sit tight. It's going to be a wild ride.
Yep, it is going to be a wild ride indeed. All right, and still continuing with the ladies, we have Haley.
Hello, everybody. Yeah, it's going to be a wild ride, and I really don't have any updates this week.
Wow. Okay. All right, and now moving on to the fellas, we have our other extraordinaire, the one who produces the main episode as well, in case Angela is unavailable, but the both of them share the same exact editing skills, and I do want to give props and credits to the both of them, and I'm talking about the one, the only, the incredible, the talented, the extraordinaire, Denny, aka H Streets.
What's going on, guys? Denny, aka 8 Streets here. You can find my music on all major music streaming platforms by looking up H-Streets, and the same goes for YouTube. You can also find me on TikTok by looking up at 8 Streets Music. This is exciting. I don't really have any updates myself either, but things are coming along pretty well.
No, that's good. That's good. And might I say, you did a great job with that last instrumental you played last weekend. Man, that was a good instrumental. A real good one. All right, and we're going to continue. We have George in the house.
What's up, people? It's George here. Just hanging out, chilling with Ansel, of course, and JC and Friends. And big shout out to Leona, who is still not in great health. Prayers for Leona. Yeah, she's still in the hospital. So, on. And shout out to everyone listening and enjoy the show. And by the way, update here: Reds suck. Whoa! Hey!
George!
Wow!
Reds roll and Yankees roll.
I regret to inform you, Haley, but I have to agree with him.
I'll be right back.
Just kidding. Just kidding.
Hey,
Uh-oh.
27 titles to 5.
If you guys have been on the show longer than us, just know that whenever that trigger pops up, you know what happens. So if you hear that, just know that you are being warned for the fun of it. Anyway, let's continue with our intros. We have our news anchor from Pennsylvania, Preston. What's up, P Daddy?
Oh man, I tell you one thing. I've been busy this week between getting the news to you all, to working on new segues and new quotes for the podcast and new imaging for the podcast. Besides Denny's work imaging, Cody gave me some more calf quote ideas and cartoon imaging ideas. So we're going to incorporate that in both podcasts. So I'm gonna work on the announcement. Too bad he's not here to make it, but it's going to be very exciting to see what we come up with. So more to come on that.
Awesome.
All right. And also, I would like to say
And
that
also the
we.
cat,
Oops.
and also the calf and daffodil library. He's been helping me work on that too. So it's going to be very used
Oh, that's great, great, great.
if you're
Okay.
into that.
And if you're wondering why my email went off, I'm super excited to tell you guys that later on during the show, we will have, if possible, 2 new members joining the crew. And the 2 members are Gudrun Brunot, who is a frequent participant of the ACB community and frequent participant of ACB community karaoke, which I'm happy to say is coming back, and it is coming back on July 16th, which is actually this weekend. And this weekend, it will actually be on the same night as Showcase Heaven, which is going to be amazing, but I will not be a part of that. I have decided to rotate starting this weekend. I'll be at community karaoke this weekend, but fear not, friends. Your other crew will be here delivering all the great music. Angela will be hosting it, and a whole randomness to be had by all will be this upcoming weekend. And if you missed any of it, you can always catch the replay on either our YouTube channel if you are subscribed to the YouTube channel with the playlist that our excellent editor and extraordinaire Denny has put together, or you can listen via your favorite podcasting platform of choice. And starting this weekend, I will be at community karaoke because the same song that you heard last weekend on Showcase 7 will be played also on community karaoke. But fear not, next weekend I will be the weekend after I will be back in Showcase Heaven. So it's going to be a big transition as I will be transitioning between 2 different places at once. But we'll see how that goes from there. It may be a trial, it may be an error, but hey, who knows? And also, I want to give a big shout out to Paige Lombardi. Paige has been very busy for the past few weeks. You might remember last week, Denny announced that Paige performed at what was that again? Correct me on that, Denny. What was it the funeral for what again?
Her grandfather.
Yeah.
Yeah. And also she tuned in for the premiere of Showcase Heaven. Or
Yes.
the clean version.
Yeah, I
Yep.
saw
I
that.
did. Yep.
It
I
came-
did speak. Yeah.
It
I
came up in my autoplay the other day when I was on YouTube. So
Cool. Nice.
Yeah, I did so anyways, I did manage to speak to her today during a FaceTime audio call, and I also texted her as well, and she is delighted to come back. So this Saturday she will be coming back. I will still send the link, even though I will be at community karaoke. I will still do my primary multitasking job, send the link out to those that need it on the Zoom side. And when she gets the link, she'll be happy to join all of you guys again with the crew. So just want to give you guys a heads up that Paige will be joining us this Saturday for Showcase Heaven. And
cool,
she's
nice.
looking forward to having all of you back. She's looking forward to being back with you guys, I should say. So, and also another member you'll possibly be hearing from later if she can make it. If not, that's okay. Is Nellie Emerson. Nellie is also a frequent goer of the ACB community. So we are super excited to have 2 members joining the team, and our team is growing. Yesterday, I have spread the word to some of the people, some of the folks that have contacted have other busy schedules apart from the podcast, but they will definitely take a listen. They meaning some of them will take a listen to what we deliver, the clean version. And yes, as Angela said in the announcement before Showcase 7, that there'll be two versions. There'll be the clean, family-friendly version with the cusses bleeped, and there will be a dirty version for adult people that want to prefer the what as movie calls R-rated content. So if you like the R-rated, go to the R version, or if you don't like the R-rated content and still prefer the clean version, go to the clean family-friendly version instead for your
And for
listening.
those,
Go ahead, Preston. Denny. I'm getting tongue-tied again.
whoa, wrong
Go
person
ahead,
there.
Denny.
Oh, you did it again.
Okay, go ahead,
It's all good.
Denny.
It's all good. Yeah. And for those over YouTube, yeah, please note that the uncensored version will not be premiered. What will be premiering will be the clean version. That way, it can actually be more tolerable, and so that we could actually, potentially even bring in new subscribers. But yeah, I have set up things to make it not extremely it, like extremely accessible to those underage, and so that way you know we don't really get accused with corrupting anyone's child's mind with profanity and stuff like that. But yeah, there will be two versions that will be on the on YouTube and also the different platforms, but only the clean version will be premiered.
Yep, that is good to know on that side. And sorry about that. I was just responding to an email from Gudrun. And like I said, she's
Yes.
going to join us, which is very exciting. She has a meeting at this current time, but I told her to join at 4 p.m. Eastern, which is very exciting. And yep, she is from another country. And, well, actually, another state, rather. She used to be from. Oh, shoot, I forgot what country
She
it's
is
from.
from another country, if it's the same Gudrun I'm thinking of. I believe she's from Germany, if I'm correct. I don't remember. Gudrun?
Gudrun, you.
It sounds right.
I believe she's German, if I'm correct, if my memory serves me correctly.
But we'll definitely ask her that and confirm or deny that statement as soon as she comes in as soon as she can. But anyways, we're all here in the meantime. We're here to deliver your dose of tech updates, your dose of randomness, and everything to be had by all. And this is going to be a rather fun episode. So with that being said, let's start this off by sharing some announcements. Now, Angela, you said you have an announcement to make. You have 3 of them. Go ahead with yours first, and then we'll continue.
All right. Yeah, I have 3 announcements, and I will try to keep it short. The first announcement is, as some of you might have heard in Showcase Heaven, when we were doing the shout-outs, Preston said shout out to my lover, Angela, instead of my girlfriend. That's because I decided to, as far as dating is concerned, exclusively date George and Haley. So George is my boyfriend, Haley is my girlfriend. That makes things easy. But lover is like right before you commit. So like we agreed that we can have lovers, but as far as the relationship goes, I'm exclusive with them. So I now officially just have one boyfriend and one girlfriend. So that's announcement number 1. Announcement number 2 is VisionCast for the anniversary celebration. They did a montage, and I really wanted to do a montage for Showcase Heaven. I really did. But I couldn't at that time because I was, the anniversary party was 2 days after I flew into Cincy. I was too busy getting ready for my trip beforehand, and I was exhausted when I got into Cincy, so there just wasn't enough time to really put a decent montage together. So there will be, I'm going to shoot for this week, if not next week, but this week, we are going to be taking a little trip down memory lane on Showcase Heaven. So we'll be doing a montage there. And this last announcement kind of ties into that because it all started, funnily enough, with you, Denny.
Okay.
I think that's what got the ball rolling because I was still in Phoenix. I hadn't yet gone to Cincy. And Denny approached me when he was making the montage for VisionCast. And he said, hey, Angela, he said, when you joined the team, you were Stacy. Do you want me to edit that out or leave it in? And I said, well, go ahead and leave it in. It's part of VisionCast history. And when I said that, little did I know the wheels would start turning in my head, and I realized, Stacy's a part of me too. But last time, what happened the last time, and the reason why it didn't work out, is because I'm not gonna get too personal on a show, but part of it did have to do with a certain ex who we know is now history, and I had a lot of mental health issues last year. Last year, I was not in a very good frame of mind, really, to be making any decisions. And last year, really, my mental health, I'm doing a lot better this year. I have a lot more to look forward to this year. But last year, my mental health was just not in a good place. And I made some poor choices and, I wasn't really myself last year. But I really do, you see, Stacy does actually have a meaning for me. Especially because Crazy Stacy 25, which had been my stage name for so long, basically, that's how George found me. I was on RS Games under Crazy Stacy 25. And his first message to me was cool name. He thought my username was cool. And I said thanks. And then we got to talking, and now 7 years later, despite all our disagreements, despite the good, the bad, and the ugly, and the brutal,
I'm so around.
and the knockdown, drag-out fights, he's still around, I'm still around, we're still here, and we're still strong. And we have been through hell and back.
I'm trapped. Help me.
But Stacy reminds me a lot of him. A lot of meeting him, a lot of the connection with him, it really does. And how strong and how deep our connection is. But this time, unlike before, the last times I was shying away from Angela. And this time I'm not. I'm definitely making sure Angela stays a part of it. But I guess I've decided to add Stacy back on because I like Stacy. So my full name is going to be Angela Stacy. And as far as Showcase Heaven, I'm going to keep the Showcase Heaven with Angela 3011 because I like the poetry of it. But Crazy Stacy 25 is a catchier stage name. So I think for the most part I'll stick with Crazy Stacy 25. But the Showcase Heaven with Angela, I did it that way on purpose because I wanted it to rhyme. And I like Showcase Heaven. So that jingle's staying and it's going to rhyme. But I really like Crazy Stacy 25, especially like for composing for radio, and so Crazy Stacy 25 is coming back.
So that is why you were off the grids for quite a long while. Wow.
Yeah, so it's safe to say, no matter who people know you by, they can call you by whatever they desire, because they're so used to your Angela name and Stacy, so it works both ways.
I will answer to both. I'll answer to both Angela and Stacy. If you were to ask me which one I prefer a little bit more, obviously I prefer Stacy, but I will answer to both. Especially if I'll say this is Angela Stacy, aka Crazy Stacy 25, or this is Stacy, aka Crazy Stacy 25. But the consensus is I'm keeping both. I prefer Stacy a little bit more, but this time I'm not losing track of Angela because Angela also has meaning. Angela was what I went by when I met Haley. So it's Stacy means resurrection and Angela means angel. So basically Stacy is the wind beneath my wings that's rising me up and giving me the freedom to fly. And Angela is the angel, which is the body I'm in, which is, That's how I interpret it. So, I have decided on Angela Stacy. I like both names, and they both fit, so...
What about your last name? Is that going to be kept intact, or...
I really don't like my last name, Paulson.
Okay.
I don't. I would prefer
Okay.
not be used on the show. I would prefer
Okay.
if you're gonna use a last, say Angela Stacy, or you could even say Stacy, aka Crazy Stacy 25. I would prefer not to use it. It's on my business email for business, but other than
Okay,
that,
so I think I'll have to update my contact.
But yeah, it would just be Angela's. Well, what I could do, if I send you my contact card, because it'll have everything. I'm gonna have everything ready, created and stuff. And then in the nickname field, it'll say Stacy. So it'll say Angela Stacy Paulson, the full name, which you can keep it that way, because I'm gonna have to keep Paulson until Haley and I get married. And then in the nickname field, I'll just put Stacy. Now George already has my name as Angela, and he can leave it the way it is. I don't care how he leaves it.
I kept mine as Angela, so I kept mine as Angela. I won't put your new contact card. I'll just put Stacy in the
nickname field.
Nickname field, and then your last name.
You can keep it. You can keep it. I don't care. You can keep it.
Okay.
I would prefer it not be said very often because I don't like it. I have it legally, but that's it. And I know George doesn't.
Needless to say though.
What, George?
Good.
I was gonna say George isn't the biggest fan of that decision, but at least he supports me, and I appreciate that more than you know, George. So thank thee. What were you gonna say, Sweetness?
I was gonna say that part.
Oh, that you don't agree?
Yeah, but that's people have to fall at some points. They fall, and they have to learn things if that's the case.
But I made George a pretty handsome deal if he calls me Stacy. I'm not going to say what it is on the show because it's not really show worthy, but he has a pretty handsome. He has a very handsome, quite sweet payout for calling me Stacy. So.
But you keep adding to it though, right?
And I'll keep adding to it as much as I think of stuff, my dearest George.
And that's spelled Stacy?
EY.
Okay, Stacey. Okay. Because I'm about to put that in the contacts right now.
Yeah, you just put that in the nickname field.
I'm just editing it. No big deal.
And then that's what I'm gonna do with my contact card. I'm gonna fix it, and I'm also gonna give you I'm gonna have both emails. The one that you have right now, which is my first initial last name, that's gonna be my business one, and then bringing back Crazy Stacy 25 for my personal one, which I'll send you that later. But yeah. There you go. Those are my announcements, and I have hogged up the mic for way too long. But before I do, I want to say, before I give the mic back, I just want to say to my dearest George and my dearest Haley, you are the best boyfriend and girlfriend I could ask for. And I love both of thee. My dearest George, my dearest Haley.
So yeah.
I love thee, my dearest Stacy.
What, George? Could you guys talk? Love thee. All right, I'm going to unhog the mic now. Go ahead, everybody else.
Wow. And your contact info has been updated manually. I know I could add it manually, but I decided not to for the sake of it. Anyway, but I'll be looking out for your email,
the other one.
Your other email. Yeah, just both. Send it to me, and I'll put the other one in there. Anyway.
But I don't want Denny to. What, Denny?
Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, I don't want you to change the Showcase Heaven jingle. I like it the way it is. But maybe you could do a jingle with Crazy Stacy 25 for, other shows. When you get a chance, maybe?
Yeah. So with all that being said and all things being updated, speaking of updates, I think it's time for, you already know.
Yeah. And then JC has some announcements after that, correct?
Yes, I have some announcements after that. So, yeah, we'll just save the target for after the news briefs. So.
All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and mute because it is time for...
20 tech updates.
Let's see what they're talking about.
Quiet down and concentrate, you knuckleheads.
2020 tech updates.
Oh, yeah.
And also, folks, it's also time for a little calf quote reference that Cody gave me. And there's a quote that we're going to insert this too. It's going to be 2020 tech update / what are we talking about?
I like that.
Yes, indeed.
Yep.
I
Yep,
think
this is
2020
where-
tech updates is
and-
simpler, but I like it too.
Yeah.
And he
No, he's
actually,
speaking about he's speaking about a video quote that he would like for me to insert into the episode.
yes, indeed. So, so whatever you want to call this, these are going to be your headlines for the week, and also that announcement I promised earlier, that's also part of the updates too. So
Yep. So with that being said, let's.
it's saved in my text. So we're gonna reveal that here momentarily.
Yep. And with that being said, with that out the way, be that as it may, as host, I declare Preston, go ahead and deliver the updates.
Yes, indeed. Thank you very much. I'm trying to. I'm actually on the Facebook page. I'm trying to get to the right window here. But there we go. All right, folks, here we go. We have 4 updates this week. First headline, iOS 16 is more Android than the iPhone has ever been. This is thanks to Macworld. iOS 16. Actually, here's the caption to start out the summarization. The new features coming this fall could be a sign that Apple could let us finally personalize our phones. And it goes on to say, when iOS 14 came out, TikTok was filled with extreme iPhone widgets and replacement weird shortcuts. But the success of videos sent a powerful signal. People want to customize their devices because of those TikTok similarizations. It's a tale as old as time, dating back to the early days of the Mac. And yet, modern Apple has been very reluctant to customize their own devices. We all know you can set your lock screen to wallpaper, and beyond that, things have been very oblivion. Well, thanks to the upcoming release of iOS 16, the suggestible fonts and color overlays and custom widgets suggest that Apple may be entering a new phase. It seems Apple has decided to loosen the reins a bit, and it seems like the lock screen has been adjusting the reins to make this dream a reality. Some choice, but not much. This goes on to say, Apple officials has said that the editable iPhone lock screen has been inspired by the face editor of the Apple Watch. It's the same interface with more choices and more fonts to people's likings per se. There are a few slots from Apple Watch library, but it's sort of condensating by people's opinions and perceptions. So, I'm not going to go into very much detail, but it's safe to say we are finally getting more choices to use Google Apps on iPhone, to change our daily tasks to Google services and things like that. So Cody has been definitely educating me on said service. So what do you guys think about the big transition that we're going to encounter in a couple months?
It's
Awesome.
About time. It's about time.
About time.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
About time. It's awesome. Freaking awesome.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I missed part of that because with Mike, so I missed
It's
part of that.
freaking epic.
Basically, George, they're gonna Apple is going to allow more customization. Like you can use more like Google apps and stuff instead of having to use the default iOS apps. Basically, that's in summary what
And
you
I
said.
pretty much use, and I can tell you for personally, I use Google a lot for professional as well as another tech hobby I do called Zaps Tech. So it's going to be very beneficial to me because I use my Gmail for a lot of job apps and things.
They should do actually like MVDA remote. They should have something like that set up so you can have help from your friends at some point down the line.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Apple has really been pushing at sort of like keeping up with the competition and also probably even like going ahead of it. when it comes to both hardware and software, and it's great to see that they're actually making that stride with iOS 16. And hey, the more customization, the better, because like you've already like bought a product from them, and so it should be up to you to pretty much like make those particular customizations
Yeah,
that
be bold.
you desire.
Basically, in short terms, you're in control of the iPhone, basically,
Yeah.
and you basically get to access everything from Google Wise and make it your own.
You
Yeah.
should be pretty much, you should be in control of what you own. I mean, sure, Apple actually distributes these software updates, but like, yeah, overall, it's on a product that you bought and that you pretty much own. And so, yeah, good job, Apple.
Yeah, I
Indeed.
do applaud Apple on that, and I've been beta testing since beta 3, and I gotta say, this is pretty somewhat stable compared to last year's iOS 15. When that beta came out, boy, it was terrible with iOS 15, but now with 16, Apple is finally doing something right for a change, and I hope that continues. And for those who are testing it, the more bug reports you send via feedback, the better it gets resolved in future updates and beyond, even when the final release comes out. Just because the final release comes out doesn't mean bugs get to stop. I mean, bugs come and go.
Right. And they must be reported in order to pretty much make those advancements that the people desire, and so that their experience can actually be as easygoing and smooth as possible. So, yeah.
Yep, exactly. All right, now Preston, you said you have 3 more. What's next?
Actually, I do, but you all can keep talking because I'm finishing my Klondike. I'm going to Walmart Friday to grab more. So.
Oh, yummy! Yummy! Come on! Yummy!
Wow!
I just finished up a cheese stick, but
Oh man, that's good. If you guys are just tuning in, this is VisionCast with JC and friends, myself, Angela, aka Stacy, aka Crazy Stacy 25, and George, Haley, Preston,
AKA
Denny, the whole 9 yards are here, and we are in the process of delivering tech updates, and we're taking a breather while Preston gets
Lucky
his
you. Lucky him. Lucky.
whatever it's called.
Klondike bar.
It's a snack.
Snack.
JC.
Yeah, it's a snack. Yeah.
Klondike bar. Yummy.
But anyway, yep, we're all here.
I've been eating them like crazy. It's been hot over the past
It's
few
hot. It's
days.
90 degrees.
That was a jingle you just sang, Danny.
Yep.
Oh my gosh. Anyway, if you are ready, Preston, we're ready for the next batch of updates.
All right. Couple more minutes because this is about to melt.
It's too bad you're not having ice cream, because if you're having ice cream, boy, I would love that.
Oh, the ice cream sandwiches, they're gone. I already ate them all.
Oh,
wow.
rats. Dang, that would have been freaking awesome if you had ice cream. Telling you that.
Yep.
Dude, my grandma's birthday was actually on Saturday, and
How was it? Nice?
And yeah, and believe it or not, we actually had like 2 types of cakes, and also a very interesting ice cream. My great aunt actually brought some tres leches cake.
Speaking of snack, hold on 1 second.
Uh-oh. Good.
Okay, so yeah, she actually bought a tres leches cake, and well, that turned out to be partially frozen because it's been put in the cold for too long. And then my brother actually brought some strawberry cheesecake, with actual strawberries on it, and the ice cream was very interesting. Of course, it was Bluebell, which is actually my favorite brand of ice cream. But the flavor, that's what really got to me. It was actually coffee flavored.
Nice.
Oh man. Oh, Oh God.
I am back. And I'm about to munch, while you're doing the updates, I'm about to munch on a peanut butter chocolate chip Oreo cookie.
Dude,
Oh, yummy. Good.
I'm done.
hell
I'm done.
yeah.
I'm
Oh,
done.
yeah.
No.
I finished all my Oreo cookies a few weeks ago. Dang. Well, I'm gonna add to my list for Friday's
Extremely
Walmart
lucky. Especially with peanut butter. Oh my gosh.
Yummy.
Yeah.
run. I know. Very, very, very lucky. Oh, I will be adding that on my list to Friday's Walmart run. Thank you very much. All right. Well, folks, let's get back to business. This is our 2020 tech update / what are we talking about segment. And the big announcement regarding that segment will be coming here in a few minutes. So stand by. Let me take a quick swizz of water and we will continue.
Next thing you know, the title of this will actually be 2020 snack updates.
You never know.
Crunchy.
Yes. Google's RCS powered messages could have all the iMessage features you may need. This is courtesy of CNET.
Ooh.
The summarization begins as this. If you haven't started using Google's messaging app, you will soon. Trust us, it is worth it. Google's championed RCS texted standard for years as a replacement to SMS. While it is currently available on Android phones, Google reported in May that they are 500 million people using the new RCS chat features. These features, including, they're similar to many features that are using Apple's iMessaging, but now that thanks to iOS 16, it's going to be more increasingly popular. RCS now has the support of the 3 major U.S. carriers of Verizon, T-Mobile, and AT&T committed to use the new RCS service messages app, the default on Android phones, and since then, Google has repeatedly called for Apple to consider supporting the standard in a version of iOS. Now, this is where it gets exciting. The chances of Apple supporting RCS appear bleak, but in the meantime, Google has improved its Messages app to clearly display relaxation icons instead of reading who liked your message. The iOS 16 developer beta appears to supporting a similar transition for a reaction sent over SMS. So this is pretty cool how they differ, but as I said, they're all going to be controllable thanks to iOS 16.
Yeah, it's a good thing that you actually brought this up right after the that whole customization related update, because Apple they've definitely they've definitely done what they actually could to, from more recent stories in the past week. And pretty much make things sort of fitting towards their customers' standards and what they're actually used to using. And this just takes it a whole step further by pretty much choosing whichever messaging platform that they would actually like to use, and whether if it's either their own iMessages or even this Google related messaging platform. It's pretty insane. It's a pretty good. It's a really good time to be a fan of technology in general, or these two companies.
Yeah, and it's also a great time to explore your interest as well as making sure you are ahead of the game, because like we keep saying on this program, the only way to go is forward, not backward.
Yes.
So that's very exciting stuff. Next item, HTC quietly announced a new Android tablet, but no one has noticed. The HTC A101, the once impressive Android smartphone manufacturer, has a surprise tablet to accompany its Focus Desire MetaFocus Focus Desire 2022 Pro. The new Android tablet has a 10.1 inch display, as well as entry-level specs and a design that's straight out in the middle of last decade. Apparently, it has spotted by the Android police, and last year's model was found by website the Wayback Machine, aka the Wayback Archive. I like going on that site just to review various websites from years gone by and radio websites and the whole 9 yards. But anyway, the HTC A101 copyright. Oh, there's a picture. Given the tablet appears to be marketing to only in emerging markets, I don't want to be too snarky about specs or design. It's still weird to see that it wants to Nexus 9 producing for gettable devices like this. The A101 even runs 2020's Android 11 out of the box, rather than Android 12 or the big screen focused Android 12L. The Nothing phone looks different. Oh, there's a video attached that you can review that on the email list and Facebook. Oh man, they really outdid themselves per se. When I took a look at this article, that's kind of my thought. That is a bit odd. But
very interesting. It's very interesting how these companies they actually just, make quiet announcements and I've actually been kind of caught up in the sort of Apple ecosystem, so I'm not really used to to any quiet announcements, but I guess some companies prefer the element of surprise, especially for those who actually are in their particular ecosystem. So yeah, good job to HTC.
Yep.
Yeah, I agree. Some, like Jenny said, I too am also in the Apple ecosystem, and sometimes Apple too has made some quiet announcements, like for example when they introduced the iPhone SE second generation, they did a press release, and we were kind of surprised that the rumors that were following up to the official release of the iPhone SE second generation, we didn't even know until an article came out that said Apple introduces the iPhone SE second generation. I'm like, another iPhone, more money.
They also did something kind of similar with the iPhone XR, and yeah, they actually they first released their flagship models in September, but then next thing you know, in November they released the XR, just surprisingly, and there may have been rumors at the time that this suggested a smaller model of the 10, and then next thing you know, it actually turned out to be the iPhone XR. So yeah, so some companies actually just go along with the element of surprise, and or whether if it's intentional or due to some form of demand or whichever.
And we have.
And you were,
Oh.
Yeah, you were gonna say something, Angela? Go ahead.
I was gonna say, I find it interesting that the new tablet comes out with Android 11. I do find that interesting. Android 11 we're almost to the point of Android 13, so I find that interesting that that's what they would choose. And hello to Gudrun. Gudrun just joined us.
Yeah, Gudrun is here, guys.
Yeah, hello.
Surprise.
Welcome.
Yep, it's good to have you on the show. This is VisionCast with JC and Friends. This is a show that I introduced you through email. We talked about it over email, and you would find this interesting. And we're right in the middle of tech updates, so we will introduce you as soon as we're done with the
Well, we can introduce
tech.
her real quick, and then
Okay, yeah,
go
real
back to
fast.
the
Okay, oh yeah, let's do that.
Yeah.
All right, Gudrun, go ahead and introduce yourself to the listeners. For those that have probably heard your voice before, but probably either forgotten or haven't heard you in quite a while.
Well,
Or at all.
I'm Gudrun Bruno, and yeah, I don't think I'm unforgettable in any way. Uh, and let's see, I am a singer of sorts, a voice instructor sometimes. I work as a translator sometimes, interpreter. I do a lot of things, a little bit here and there. And I have a recording studio, sort of a semi-professional, and I just got a booth with sound blankets surrounding the desk where I have my mixer and everything. So there's been a lot of work going on with that, and so I'm glad to be on the show. I have IRA glasses and Envision glasses. I have some technology, and I'm struggling with trying to find out the best GPS app on the iPhone because I live in a rural area. Um, so I lose reception sometimes. Anyway, so that's my situation in a nutshell.
Oh, cool. Where are you from, Gudrun?
Actually, I'm Swedish, but I live in the state of Washington, in Twisp, in the Methow Valley, which is in the Okanagan County.
Oh.
Yeah, I've
Oh,
heard of
wow.
that. I think I streamed radio from out that way before, so
Okay, it's
pretty
not the
rural.
same. Not the same Gudrun I know. I know another Gudrun, funnily enough, that lives in
you do?
Phoenix. Yeah, it's not very common, but yeah, I was
No.
wondering if you were the same person, but no, you're not the
No,
same
I'm
person.
not. No, sorry. No, I I lived in San Francisco before I came here. So, and before that,
Wow.
then I lived in Sweden until I was, until 1981.
Oh, cool.
Wow.
Well, nice to have you.
Dang, 1981. Wow, talking about that.
Awesome.
That is
Well,
pretty
welcome to
cool.
the show.
Yes, we're glad to have you all. We're glad to have you here on the podcast. So stick around because there's going to be a lot of randomness and a lot of. If you're into randomness and randomness and things of that nature, then you probably came to the right place. So, anyways, we have
Yeah,
some.
and
Go ahead, Denny.
and things involving technology. Since
Yes,
you
yes,
mentioned
that's
it before, which reminds me, we're actually in the middle of our tech updates. So.
Yes, that's what I was going to get into. So stick around for the greatest tech updates and some announcements. Well, I do have an announcement as I promised, but we'll get to that after. So, Preston, do we have anything else on the tech radar?
Yes, we do. One more story regarding, we've been waiting with beta for iOS 16. I have an announcement from Cody that he would like me to share, and I will post it in the Zoom chat. That way you all can reflect and read on it. But until then, iOS 16 release date, all the new features, release date, and beta downloads. Since WWDC has been over now, we've been ever so excited to hear the latest updates and announcements were packed into the event. Of course, it's been well known that iOS 16 is going to be packed punch with new features and new updates for all of us to enjoy. Needless to say, the number one thought on everyone's mind is to when they can download the first iOS 16 developer beta release. Some of Apple's new iOS 16 features already leaked ahead of time and developer beta, but those leaks barely scratched the surface. There's already plenty amazing new capabilities in iOS 16. It's not developers who get first dibs. It's also regular users can try out the developer beta. But when will Apple release the first 16 beta so you can download it? It says here, apparently it's already ready for you to try out. You can download the iOS 16 beta 1 developer beta. or GHT now, and then it gives you step-by-step instructions on how to download the beta 1. If you installed the beta profile linked above, installing the first iOS 16 release couldn't be easier. Here's all you needed to do. First, back up your iPhone using iCloud or iTunes. Open the Settings app and tap on Software General. Tap Software Update. Follow the on-screen instructions to install iOS 16 beta. And that's it. You'll see the first iOS 16 beta release as available update. And then when you double tap on that, you can follow the instructions to download and install it. Once again, note installing the software update on your main iPhone may not be a very good idea. There will be many bugs and your battery life may suffer. And most importantly, some of your existing apps may not work at all. And there's a good chance you may lose data. So that's why we always say download with caution. So all in all, if you want to test drive iOS 16, you're more than welcome to. But we encourage you all, please wait if at all possible. All these stories are listed for you on Facebook at VisionCast JC and Friends. And lastly, in our email list at vision-cast@groups.io. And to subscribe, you can subscribe at vision-cast@groups.io. Now, we do have a special message from our contributor to the news updates, as well as our good idea extraordinaire, Cody from Southwest Michigan. And what I'm about to read you was his thoughts, not mine, but I fully agree with what he's trying to get at. So, and everybody in the room can read this as well. But basically, the message states, so I leave you with this thought. You know how TV and radio stations make a big announcement? Well, it's safe to say you can get the fun introductions and tech out of the way. But when the time comes to make this big imaging announcement, it took months to create. I hope you all at the VisionCast and especially the RCL staff will understand the new and exciting change coming along the way. What has happened? They should know I joined you guys last year because you offered me. Oh, you know what? Hold on, guys. Well, if I struggle,
Would you like me to read it? It's in the chat. I can read it.
Yeah, you can do that, or I was going to enable original
I'd
sound.
probably read it. You mean
I'll read it? I'll read it. Hang on.
Oh, okay.
So, folks, here's the big announcement while I take a breather.
So I leave you with this thought. You know how TV and radio stations make a big announcement? Well, you can get the fun and hang on, let me adjust my speech rate because my speech rate's a little bit too fast. Let me just adjust it real quick. There we go. That way I can catch up. So I leave you with this thought. You know how TV and radio stations make a big announcement? Well, you can get the fun introductions and that out of the way. But when the time comes to make this big imaging announcement that took months to create, I hope you all at the VisionCast, and especially RCL staff, will understand what has happened. They should also know I joined you guys last year because you offered me a great opportunity to help image both RCL and VisionCast. Now everything we created, that took a year to create, is finally happening. Everything have a season. Lisa Keys, who created the Splat library, gave us permission to use the CAF part of the library free of charge, and we will use this library as best as we can. Let's enter into a new era with an open mind. May the old era may be gone, but it won't be forgotten. Yeah.
Wow, that's awesome. Congratulations, Cody. Thank you so much for sending this announcement out, and we hope that it continues in the near future. You know, this opens the door for not only our podcast, but as Angela said, for RCL as well, and hopefully the team at RCL will agree to this, and we definitely agree to this, and this is really big, and yes, I do love radio. Well, actually, well, let's say that, but we all love radio, and we all love, imaging and stuff. So, and I do want to give a big shout out and kudos to Lisa Keys. So, Lisa, if you stumble across this podcast, we do want to say thank you for allowing us to use this library for great sound content, and our news anchor Preston will use it. And if there's any ideas that spark, hey, Cody, give us a buzz and let us know.
Yeah, I'm very impressed. I still have all the videos and links saved because we've been chatting about this since at least beginning of May, or after I my Rite Aid adventure did wrap up unexpectedly earlier in the year. So we've been working on this since then. But I'm very pleased to see what the team has come up with, and a lot of the video links I've sent to our editors already. He just have to scroll down. But I feel satisfied with this change. And thankfully, the jingles and things will still live on, and we'll still have access to them, and maybe we'll play them. But to make
That's
these
pretty
podcasts,
cool. Maybe I could have access to that sound library for some of my projects and stuff. That'd be cool.
Yep. Just you can also look on YouTube for I believe calf quotes or daffodil quotes, but he sent me some playlists too that I can pass along as well.
All right, that's awesome.
So,
that is awesome. Well,
it's safe to say good job to all in the effort. And for your 2020 tech update / let's see what they're talking about, I'm Preston, and I am out.
all right,
I mean, I'm not leaving yet, but
that's what newscasters say. And this is Peter from Washington, D.C., and I'm out of here. Well, not really, but.
Awesome job.
Hey, thank you. You're listening to VisionCast with JC and friends. This is our fun, energetic, recorded podcast where we have such a good time for the fun of it, and we do a grand old good time, and we have so much fun. Because without you guys, this podcast would not have been possible. And of course, Gudrun is with us along with your original crew. Preston, myself, Angela, the extraordinaire producer,
AKA Stacy.
Yes, Stacy, aka Crazy Stacy 25, aka Angela 3011 for Showcase Heaven slots for Saturdays, and the whole 9 yards. Everybody is with us, and we're just having a good time. Now, as I said before, I have an announcement to make. It's a bitter, sad announcement, and I know it's it's really,
Here, I'll get the sound
really.
effects cued.
Yeah, I will get the sound effects cued. And please ignore that. That was just the beeping of a digital watch. It's not a digital watch, it's actually an app that I use to track time. So please ignore that if you do hear the beep. But if you love the beep, then oh well. Anyway, okay. Anyway, so my announcement is in 2017, I got back on a really fun, entertaining app called Smule. And Smule is a very excellent app that has gone through many changes and many ups and downs, and there have been a lot of accessibility issues, but thanks to screen recognition that was introduced in iOS 15 and later, it will allow users to navigate the app using Speaking of that, just touched my screen there. Wow. Anyway, uh, anyway, the app allowed you to basically sing and do karaoke and stuff. And yes, we all love karaoke. Even Stacy loves karaoke. So we all love doing it, especially for Showcase 7. Well, unfortunately, my time has come to shut the door on Smule for good. And I am sad to say, but I am leaving Smule permanently. I have left the app. I closed it. I deleted my account as of last Sunday. And a lot of friends they're pretty sad, but I I did say to them that I will keep in contact with them, which is good. I'll still keep in contact with them. And it is unfortunate because, Smule has been a great karaoke app. And yes, like I said, it's gone through some accessibility ups and downs. It's been through hell and high water. But, not a lot of people are on the app anymore. I still keep in touch with some of the members. I got their contact information privately saved in my phone, and I still keep in touch here and there. But again, I do wish Smule all the very best. I sent them an email through support@smule.com. I didn't tell them to reactivate my account, which I'm not going to do because, it's what's done is done. So I basically told them I left Smule because I don't use the app anymore. It's been great having fun with the community, and I wish the team and the rest of the gang all the very best in their future endeavors. And I even tried other karaoke apps like StarMaker, but StarMaker is not accessible either. In fact, they changed their application and you can't even get to the stinking settings screen to delete your account. And I'm like, oh, dang, that's a bummer. So, yeah. I officially deleted my account for Smule, but it will take about 30 days to get the account fully deleted because I had 13,000 songs on there. I had 13,000 freaking recordings on the application, and it is a lot of recordings because I rejoined in 2013. Well, I had an older account in 2016, but then I deleted that and then started fresh because I had too many followers and I couldn't keep up with everybody. But then under the delete my account section, because they finally added a delete my account section in the app under the settings tab, and one of the questions that was being asked is, why are you leaving Smule and how can we make it better? And it gave some, tedious examples like I don't use the app or I'm having technical problems, things of that nature. So I just simply said in plain terms, I don't use the app. So that's why I left. And then they gave me one final question. I understand that deleting my account will lose all my data, including performances and everything, and also will not cancel my subscription, which my subscription will be canceled anyways because I opted to not pay anymore for the $49.99, which is $50 a year access. So, and plus, I would rather, in all honesty, have karaoke with you guys on Showcase Heaven, believe it or not. I rather have much fun with you guys because yes, Smule is great. It's social, it's interactive, but who wants Smule when you can
piano and you sing to it.
yeah, exactly. Exactly. Who wants dang Smule when you can have the best fun on here with you guys? So, and of course karaoke, which by the way, I did announce, if you missed the announcement, I will be rotating between two of the various. I will be rotating between Showcase Heaven and karaoke with Cindy and the gang. So this weekend I will be at karaoke, but next weekend, the weekend after, I will be in backstage karaoke on Clubhouse, but I will be interacting with you guys on the computer side via Showcase Heaven through Zoom. So
And speaking
I
of
will be
Zoom,
rotating
Denise
between the
just
two.
speaking of
Which
Zoom, Denise just joined.
Was Smule still working for you when you decided to quit? So it wasn't because you seem to be doing so.
I did, but it was again it was not due to the accessibility. It was due
Oh,
to the
okay.
amount of people that were on the application because I've
It's
kept in contact with a lot of people. And yeah, some people they say, yeah, I can't give you my contact information, it's personal, which I do understand because
right,
if you're on the grims of not giving you contact information, that's fine. But
right.
but yeah, the reason why I left is because I don't use the app anymore. So I'm like, all right, I'm done with this. So, but like I
Right.
said, who needs Smule when you can interact with karaoke with Cindy and the gang, or if you want to be with us on the flip side, you can hang out with us, VisionCast with JC and friends on Showcase Heaven, hosted by Angela, aka Stacy, aka Crazy Stacy 25, aka Angela 3011. Phew, that's a mouthful.
Hey,
So that's
JC.
another karaoke event that happens then. So when does that happen?
Um, that happens at 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. Eastern Time. Angela, did I get that right? Or Stacey, did I get that right? 9 to 11?
Hey, JC.
If you could unmute your mic.
JC.
Yeah, Showcase Heaven actually.
Yeah, you got it. You got it.
Yeah, okay, yeah, from 9, from 9. Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, I've been trying to get your attention. Denise just joined us. I've been trying to
Your,
get your
Oh,
attention.
your audio's kind of low though.
yeah, it's low
Yeah,
again.
it is. I'm quiet because everybody's talking and making ginormous announcements.
Yeah,
Apologies.
I've been trying to get his attention.
Yeah, your microphone is quiet.
Yeah.
I apologize, everybody. I signed in with my full cell count. Oops.
Oh no!
So it showed my first name legally. I'm like, oh no! When Denny's all telling me about it, I'm like,
well,
not my
we
full
did
cell.
we did not. Well, we did not say it, but we just
No.
kind of kept it silent.
Yeah,
No
I'm
worries,
very
you're good.
sorry. Yeah, and
It's a good thing that I sent you that warning. Just so.
thank you, Denny. Thank you so much. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
So what days is it on?
It's Saturday.
It's on the same day as ACB Community Karaoke, but like I said, since karaoke happens the same day, what I've decided to do is I've decided to rotate between 2 separate weeks instead of a week on out with Cindy all week. So I would be rotating between, this weekend, and then next weekend we'll be back to Showcase Heaven, but I'll be backstage.
Flip-flop. Right, yeah.
I'll be flip-flopping. And I did try the other method of patching between karaoke and backstage karaoke, and that didn't go so well. That kind of failed.
No. It sucks. Like, if I can't do that kind of thing, like listen to 2 songs at once.
And I still even remember, because I think you remember what happened when I went in and you heard the violin playing the... I was trying to get everything in. I was like, okay, that plan failed. I'm not gonna do that again. So I decided to.
Is that better
there
now?
we go.
I
Yeah,
fixed
now it's better.
that's
Yeah,
better.
My
yeah.
gain went really, really low. I'm like, what the heck? How did this happen? That must have been. I must have bumped the touch panel. That's the problem.
Ah, that's the worst. The touch panel. That's the
This
worst.
microphone has a desktop app so that I can adjust the settings. But yeah, I was trying. That's probably why you couldn't hear me. I was trying to get your attention and be like, bro, Denise is here. I know you want to make announcements, but
I know.
Denise is here.
Yes, I know.
Our guys, I thought I had a lecture today, and I'm sorry. Who's the newest guest here?
Gudrun.
Oh,
Gudrun.
that's Gudrun. Gudrun is new. I told her about the podcast via email, and I extended the invitation to her, and she said she was interested in checking it out.
No worries. Well, nice to meet you. I don't come all the time. I come like whenever I can, as I'm a full-time student. And yeah, it's been kind of weird this week.
She's a frequent member, so she frequently comes and goes.
I see.
Yeah, you come and go as you want. 'Cause
me?
this...
Yeah, pretty much. Well, it's mostly because I do my college work. It's not that I don't care,
Right. Everybody on this team actually has lives outside of this podcast.
Yeah, even me too. Even me too. Yeah, we all have lives outside this podcast. No doubt about that.
I have music both Denise and I have music that we're getting ready to put out. Denise is a student at Full Sail. It's like we all have stuff that's just separate from the show.
And then I have my piano stuff, and then I have a song. Oh God.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Tons of stuff. I'm surprised my hair hasn't fallen out yet. It's a miracle.
Oh, no, don't even let it fall out. Because if it were to fall out, then, oh boy.
I'll be bald, right? No.
Yeah, no.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
I'm just messing.
What we do on this podcast, we do this little thing, and it actually started with Denise when she came on the program. And it was a bit of a funny thing because we started to do this thing that we call the lingo thing, and we get sort of out of hand with that.
I did not think you were gonna bring that up to her right now.
Don't worry, she's into randomness too, so.
So it basically started out of a song. I was playing a song in Showcase Heaven, And it talked about my day with my father and how I went to get ice cream and all kinds of things. Well, when it was over, basically everybody, especially Angela, was all over it. And I'm like, ah. She basically decided to be silly about it, and instead of making it only state a double, it was completely ruined. Well, here it's
And
always
branched.
ruined. And branched,
branched.
yes, basically.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah,
I'm kind of trying to get used to it, but it's not something I use outside of the podcast. I try not to.
So it was goofed apart, huh?
Yeah, it was
apart.
goofed
Yes,
apart.
exactly.
Yes, exactly. It was goofed apart.
Pretty
Yeah.
much.
Yep.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
never know. It might randomly come out. So.
Yeah, if you stay long enough and hear it, or if you listen on the replay, be fair warned, this will get it triggered either ways.
Right.
Okay.
It will get triggered, so don't mind us being goofballs. So if you listen to us, then you'll understand why.
No problem.
Because we get kind of random on this podcast, and that's what we're here for. We get random, we get goofy. And by the way, if you guys are in a Zoom tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern, this is for our sister podcast, Radio Connection Live, the podcast. We have a hangout every night from 8 till whatever time.
Yeah.
I think
by the way, you two are
yeah.
coming, right? George and Haley, you two are coming, right? Okay, where did they go?
Whoops.
Are they muted or something? Earth 2, George and Haley. Oh, there we are. There you are. There you
You're
are.
coming tonight to hang out, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Right, perfect.
I'm planning to.
Yeah, so this is pretty fun. We talk about radio stuff and all that good stuff. It's just a place to hang out. And for us, for our team members, we have our hangout as well. And that is tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern. We get to plan the next podcast episodes and we get to talk about future ideas. So if you have an idea, you can email vision-cast at groups.io. If you're not subscribed, hey, why not? Go ahead and subscribe. We have a lot of new subscribers. And for those that are new, the address you need to use is vision-cast plus subscribe at groups.io. And Gudrun, I don't think you're subscribed to the mailing list, are you? You're not subscribed to the mailing list?
You mean the VisionCast?
Yes,
No,
yes.
No, I'm not. No.
Okay. Okay, so yeah, you could subscribe to that, and it is a low traffic mailing list. We don't have a lot of people that post on there. I post sometimes. Angela, aka Stacy, aka Crazy Stacy 25, aka Angela 3011. Post
You don't have to say all that. Angela 3011 is
that
only for showcase.
important?
Just say Angela Stacy, aka Crazy Stacy 25. You don't have to say it.
all right. I know. I get kind of.
Angela 3011 is only for the showcase heaven. That's the only reason it's there.
Okay. All right.
I
Well,
think she's mentioned that forever ago.
So there's you're Angela Stacy. There's Angela Randall.
Angela, yeah. Well, Denise didn't hear the update. She wasn't there, but I've decided to add Stacy onto the name. I go by both, but I brought back Crazy Stacy 25 for my stage name because I like it better than Angela 3011. But I'm still.
You're not Angela Randall, right?
No.
No, that's
my full name is my full name is Angela Paulson, but I don't like my last name, so I put Stacy there instead. Eileen, I prefer Stacy, but I'll answer to both Angela and Stacy.
I just got used to that, to be fair.
Well, if you call me Angela, I will answer to it. I answer to both names, to be honest. I like Stacy a little bit more, but I'll answer to both. But yeah, because I like both, and they both mean a lot to me. But yeah, Gudrun and Denise didn't get the update, so they're kind of like, what the heck? But I'm just saying, you don't have to say all the... the only reason why Angela 3011 is there to rhyme with Showcase Heaven. But you don't have to say that anymore. I would just say...
Right.
I would just say Angela Stacy, a.k.a. Crazy Stacy 25. Or you could just say Stacy, a.k.a. Crazy Stacy 25. We all know that Angela.
Well, the point is, why in the world say all that just to call your name? Really?
Or Angela, aka Stacy.
Seriously.
You could do that.
That's over like 5 seconds. Anyway.
Yeah. So, anyways, yeah, it is a low traffic mailing list. We do post as frequently as we can on there. And if you have any questions about what we talked about and all that good stuff, or if you have any ideas, you can send an email to vision-cast@groups.io. But make sure you subscribe, or else you will not be able to send content to us. Or if you have any videos on related tech products, I know that some people send videos out, and we do once again have to thank Cody, because without his contributions, he would have not been able to send us all the great material to Preston. And I've been talking with Cody, and maybe in a future episode when he's able to, I'll get him on the show, because I have a way of putting him on through the show via the P4. So in the future, if Cody wants to come on and talk with you guys, and kind of listen to what the show is like in the Zoom room, you guys would be willing to have that. But for right now, he's just, texting and stuff like that. So, I do communicate with him via FaceTime audio, and we do talk on occasion. But again, if you want to send an email, just send it to vision-cast plus subscribe. vision-cast@groups.io. Dang it, I almost gave the subscriber email.
Yeah, but you need to subscribe first before you can send it.
Yeah, you need to subscribe. Yeah.
And your first 2 messages will be, will need approval, but then after that, you can just post and it won't be moderated.
Yeah, that's an automated email. That I did that when I subscribed. And there are a couple of new people that joined, and we want to thank our subscribers. Also, I want to thank Chuck. I did speak to Chuck. Chuck has been okay, but he's been busy. But he is going to keep up with the podcast. He's going to get back into it. He has agreed to listen to some of the episodes that we have done. So, if anything, he will listen to the podcast episode, and he will let us know what
he thinks.
Right.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, what he thinks about it. So, but he does say hi to you guys, and he does say that he does say hi, and he does say that he loves the podcast. So a big shout out goes to Chuck. And
yes, hello Chuck.
So yeah, anyway, so I think it's time for randomness. This is a part where we get all wacky and random.
Well, before we start, I haven't even talked about much from my week. Since like I said, I actually I needed a nap.
Yeah, you came in
before
late.
I even came.
You came in late.
I'm always late because I missed. And to be honest, I kind of get enough of a dosage talking electronic things with my current class, whether it's copywriting or registering or all that stuff. Stuffage. There. It's important. I'm gonna say it's stuffage.
Stuffage.
There's the lingo that you mentioned earlier.
Oh no, Angela! No, not all those stuffages. No.
That's what you meant by branching it out. Oh my gosh. Oh no.
Stuff. How many times did you say that? Like 6?
I can't even keep track.
Wait. I said stuffage, and you said I'll try to count it.
Let me see. Say it again.
Stuffity.
1, 2, 3, 4,
Whoa,
5, 6,
don't
7,
do that.
8,
You
9,
just have to
9,
count it.
9
No. It's best to count it mentally in your mind, and then you can.
Stuffage. That's 6.
That's a lot of stuffities before stuffage.
Yeah, that's 6, and oh no is right. Yeah, 6 is a lot of. Wow.
1 for each letter of my name.
Yeah, that's a lot. If you listen to the podcast, Gudrun, if you listen to the podcast, the montage that was done we did a 1-year anniversary podcast, and that montage that Denny did, it was hilarious, and you gotta hear it towards the end. At the end, he said, "God bless," and later.
He can do it.
Yeah, and it was faded out too. When I heard the fade out, I was like, "Oh man!"
I have it right here.
I couldn't stop laughing.
God bless. And later.
I couldn't stop laughing
I
at
have
that
it
part.
right here. But so okay. That's the problem with my talking in lingo. I can't really do it because it's just messed up.
Yeah, you even did that one time when we were doing our shout outs, and our shout outs are pretty fun at the end, and it was so much fun when you kind of went into a singing mode and you sang like sort of a jingle outro, and it was like,
Oh yeah, for sure.
it was amazing. I was like, wow, she can sing. Normally she wouldn't, because normally you would be
I'm
playing
just
but not
shy.
singing.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Oh wow.
It's somewhere. It's here. But so my week, what I do last week? Is that when I came back?
Yeah, it was sometime last week, I believe. Yeah.
Backity backage.
Yeah.
Backity backage. That's important things. Anything with AGE is important.
Yikes.
I keep saying that over and over. I visited my friends for the 4th of July, and I came back last week. But I had a scare. That Saturday. So the Saturday that I didn't come around, ow!
Oops. Oh. Let me hit my mute button.
Ooh, that is so classic.
That's a rotary phone right there. I heard that when I was on a call with Gudrun.
So classic.
That was a classic phone right there. I might have to set my phone, because I do have an old ring on my phone, which actually comes with the iPhone, so I can actually change it.
It was a robocall. I hit the mute button after
Oh, don't you hate those?
so real though.
Robocalls. Dang.
Oh gosh.
You know how I know it's a robocall? Because there's a pause and then there's kind of like a whoop.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yes. Yeah. That, or an automated message that sounded like a speech synthesizer. I do not like those. Those freak me out.
Well, I don't like the one that sound exceedingly plummy and is sort of like fake personal. Hello there. How are you today?
Oh no.
I hate those. But believe it or not, like my great aunt and uncle actually, actually it was just my great aunt. She actually like recently got a call from FPL, which is Florida Power and Light, and they like they made it seem like it was them. And they were threatening that they were gonna like cut their power out unless they pay a certain amount of money. And so
no companies ever do that.
No,
that's just
no.
Yeah, I agree. No company would ever do that.
Right. Right. That's why you got to be really careful with those robocalls.
Yeah, I when I receive a call from an unknown number, what I do is I intend to hang up unless they leave a message. If they leave a message, then I call them back. If they don't leave a message, then yeah.
I do the same thing. I like if it's unknown, I send it I hang up or send it to voicemail.
Yeah, send it to voicemail.
And if they don't leave a message, then hey, you're not getting the call back. Too bad for you.
Yeah, and speaking of that, I do have an answering machine beep alert. The old answering machine beep that used to be on tape. I actually found it in the iTunes store and I purchased it. So now whenever people call me, instead of hearing the doo-doo-doo, they would actually, let me see if I can play it for you real quick since we're on randomness. Let me see if I can find it.
Speaking of finding
actually,
I didn't talk about the rest.
Actually, you know what? I have a better idea. Hold on. Instead of playing it through the speaker, I can actually play it through my P4 patched in, so that we won't have to sort of a loop back, but not.
And speaking of finding stuff, I did find the the sort of montage part that.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Oh,
And
Danny.
Hey, JC. Denise didn't finish discussing her week.
Oh, right. Okay.
Right.
Let me let her finish, and then while I look for it, and then when she's done, I'll go ahead and play it.
So, see, I lost track. Oh, Saturday Scare. Okay, this is during the 4th of July weekend. Did I come around? I haven't been in the podcast for a few weeks, right? On the
No,
Saturday episode?
no, you haven't. Okay. After your return, you actually the next time the team actually saw you was on Thursday during the meeting and then the Saturday episode.
Okay, then I did mention it before. So, yeah, okay. So, that week though, before that one, that Saturday. Right. It says, oh my word. I barely can keep my brain together. I do so much stuff. I had a scare with my friends. I almost because my friend's sister's pool is each side is shallow and then in the middle it's deep. Well, here I thought I could swim to the other side. I didn't manage it because I couldn't catch my breath fast enough to flip to float, and I almost drowned twice. Yeah, oops. So my friends grabbed my hand and took me really fast to the a safe side. And other than that, the week was not overly eventful. We just stayed home most of the time, had some good food and all that. And when I came back Tuesday, I went to get my ears cleaned out at an urgent care, right? And then the rest of the week, I kind of just spent here. Oh, the messy part was Sunday. I went to my brother's birthday last Sunday here, and it was okay. It was decent. It was fine. It was just hardly any electricity. They had issues with it, and we didn't make it back because it was in Mexico. We didn't make it back till just shy of 1 in the morning, and I hardly slept but for 6 hours, or 5 hours. So I've had a messy week with trying to get my things turned in and stuff like that. And but the only other new thing is I've applied for work with Amazon on their flexible schedule. But they wanted to hire me at a place that was further away and doesn't make much sense. So I'm honestly better off canceling because they even sent me a message saying when my first day would be for hiring. And I'm just thinking, well, like, it sounds good. At the same time, probably not really, because I need to get somewhere close by and I need a good, method of reliable transportation to get there. So, that's not going to happen. And here we are. Anything related to music? Well, Denny and I had an incredibly fun time yesterday. We've picked up something from a while ago because of fun loops and managed to put most of something together. We pretty much have it. We just have some gaps to fill. Well, I think Denny does. I've done it all that I can for it, and then hopefully we submit it to our cool friend Louis to help us mix it. That'll be fun. And who knows? Hey, maybe that should seriously be like another single. Why not?
Yeah, why not? Yeah.
That'd be mega fun. So
heck yeah.
That's been my week as of late. So it's been quite eventful. But I think my favorite things thus far were the Amazon thing and the music. I don't really regret staying up an extra hour and 30 minutes with you. I had a fabulous time. I really did.
Oh yeah, when you actually have a passion for something and you just like keep at it, like and it's to the point where time went by fast, then you know that you're doing something right.
I want to see. I don't know if you can have it before Sunday, but I'd love to share it with my piano teacher. I wonder what he'd say.
Yeah, I might actually work on it like maybe a bit more either today or tomorrow. Depending on when I get started.
Because all you
on
need to
editing
do
this
is
episode.
just bass, right? I think for the bridge, and that's it.
Bass, and also maybe a few things to fill in the anything that needs to be filled in.
Just remember that the synthesizer does have a solo on it. So.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Anyway, so that's been my week as of late. So it's been fun. Oh, and we had a random jam session too, a couple days ago. Of course, we have to have
Lucky
those.
duck. Lucky duck. That was a really eventful update.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now on to my
your thingy, right?
Yeah, now I'm gonna play this and then I'm gonna share. I promised I would share you guys my update on last week's dinner I went to from Grace Community Church. Before I do that, let me find the no, where is it?
Well, while you find...
Okay, I found it. I got it. I got it. All right, hold on. Let me okay, let me see. Okay, so I'm going to. Can you guys hear it? I don't know if you guys can hear it. Okay, let me turn this up real quick. Okay, hold on. Let me look for it. Okay, so this is the one I was referring to. I don't know if you heard that.
No, with the isolation, you never hear it.
Okay, hold on. I might have to switch it to standard only for this. Okay, let me do this real quick. This is only going to be for this, and I'll switch it back to standard. I mean, I'll switch it back to voice isolation. Alright, let's try this again. So this is what you'll hear whenever I get a answer, when I get a message.
Oh, that is classic.
Yeah, it is.
That is cool.
Yep, it is classic. Alright, let me switch my mic. Let me switch my mic. Yeah, let me switch my mic back. Oh, before I do that, let me change my volume back. Volume 50? Okay, it is. It's back to... Okay, so let me change... Oh, no, it didn't. Let me change it manually. Sometimes Siri... Okay, there we go. Alright, now I set it back. Alright, let me set my mic back. So I'm in standard. Let me switch it back. There we go. Now you guys will hear it. Yeah. I gotta remember in the future to set it to standard when I want to play something.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah. I mean, voice isolation is great for speaking, but not good for music.
No.
Speaking is okay, so...
It's one of the reasons I don't want to have it active, because...
Yeah, I have mine active because there's a lot of background noise. If there was no background noise, then that was pretty...
I don't have mine active.
It's pretty cool,
I
though.
have,
You're in a quiet environment, so you don't have
True,
to have it.
and my mic does. I mean, even with the vacuum, it didn't even pick it up, which was pretty impressive.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean.
Oh, Denny, you had something to share too, I believe. Before we forget about that.
No, I mean it's nothing too important, but you actually mentioned the whole end of the montage.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
Yeah.
That was too funny.
Yeah.
That never gets old to me.
Yeah, it's a pretty good. So yeah, this is what we were.
Go.
If you guys want to listen to it, you can listen to it. But if you miss it, this is gonna be rather funny. I love how he did it.
Yeah, it was cool.
Thank you for listening and supporting this podcast. Happy anniversary, everyone. We couldn't have made it this far without you. God bless. And later.
The first time we all heard that in the room, the first time we heard that, we cracked up. Literally, we
God.
cracked up laughing.
That is awesome. That's
It
awesome.
was so funny.
I actually used that to end the last episode of Showcase 7.
Yeah, I noticed that. I noticed that.
Oh,
I noticed that.
I'm gonna have to find that
That's
episode
gonna
now.
be forever used on every
Yeah,
single.
I went into the montage and selected that part. And I just selected the part that said "God bless" and "catch you later." I used it to end the last.
Yeah.
I'll have to find
Nice.
it.
That was the best. All right, well, this is VisionCast with JC and friends. We're all here, hanging out, doing randomness. And I promised you guys that I would give you an update on last week. So, last week during convention karaoke, and while you guys were recording the last bit of the podcast, which, by the way, thank you, Stacey Angela, for recording the rest of the podcast while I was gone, because, without you,
Oh,
I
you're
wouldn't have
welcome.
had this done. After all, you are the extraordinaire when it comes to editing and recording, as you are the producer of both of the shows, mind you.
Yep, and co-producer on RCL. Yay!
Yes, you're a co-producer. Yes, Angela Stacy has just also been added to the RCL roster. And now we finally get recordings in stereo. Whoop, whoop, whoop. So if you haven't checked out last week's episode, which was excellent, although I had to leave because I had to do something, but nevertheless, it was a splendid episode, and Jamie T was excellent on doing the applause and doing all the other extra cool sounds, although Angela Stacy does have way cooler sounds, just saying.
I actually added sounds in when I was editing the episode. I actually added some sounders in.
Was that the same sounders that Jamie T was using? Was it the same exact ones?
No, I
Oh.
added some laughter in, like when Darnell made a mistake. He said South Center instead of Sight Center, so I added laughter
I'll
in
have to
there.
check that out again. I'll have to listen to it. But anyway, while you guys were doing that last week, I went to a great welcome dinner at Grace Community Church here in Newburgh. And I got an opportunity, the best opportunity, to take a tech tour of the church's sound equipment. And I got a chance to look into what they use for their setup. And get this, folks, they use a huge 32 channel mixing console. I'm not kidding you. 32
That's
channels.
humongous. Wow.
Yes, it is humongous, and it's pretty expensive, and it's close to $1,000, $2,000, maybe $3,000 or more. It's a lot of money to pay for a 32 type of mixing board. But I got a chance to check that out, and the mixing board they use, it is the Midas M32, and John Santiago is now, as of last week, the current worship director for the Newburgh campus. He is retiring from from transit. He actually is retiring from his transit job, and he is stepping in as permanent worship director, which I'm super excited for him. He worked for the MTA, but now he is retiring to become full-time worship director at Grace Community Church here in Newburgh at all of their English-speaking services. And there's one already assigned for their Spanish-speaking service, but there has not been one for an English-speaking service until now, so I'm super excited about that. And I got a chance to look at the headphones they use. They use in-ear monitors. They also use two applications to play multi-track recorded content for the worship leaders, and the two multi-track apps are Playback Multi-Track and Prime Multi-Track app for worship. And it is a great multi-track app. Both of them are accessible, but unfortunately you have to pay to get access to the multi-tracks from a company called Loop Community, and they are the ones that provide like the cues for each of the songs that are queued up, and they have an automation system, not like the radio automation system, but they have a system where they queue up the services and stuff. And the sermons that are preached, I thought it was video, but the director told me that the worship goes into the worship is actually in the Newburgh campus, but when they get straight to the message from Pastor Gerard, or Jared rather, it goes directly in real time. So you're actually hearing the message as it is being fed live in real time. So I'm super excited to see that they're doing that. They're implementing a system. And I am probably going to sign up in the future. I don't know when it's going to happen. I'm still waiting to hear back from John and or Kenny, who is the lead pastor of the Newburgh campus, to see if I'm able to volunteer and help out on the worship / production team on the tech side, so that if they have any audio issues or if they need help operating the soundboard, I can definitely step in and help with that, because you know me, I am, as well as many of y'all, an audio mastermind freak.
Welcome to Philip.
Yes, I was just
hey,
gonna say
Philip.
Philip joined us.
Hey, Philip.
Waiting for you to.
Sorry for coming in late.
That's all right.
Sorry for coming in late. I've had a lot of not technical problems, but got really swamped over at work.
Yeah.
Guys, I need to excuse myself. If I may give my shoutouts now.
Okay.
It's just I have to cancel a couple things, and I need to get started again.
Go ahead, Denise.
All right, sure. Go ahead, Denise.
So definitely shoutouts to everybody in the team. You guys are a lot of fun. Sorry that my time is all so short. I just, I do whatever I can at this point, but I have a lot to do. So, please take care, and, well, we'll see each other around for our Saturday, and, you're all a lot of fun, and continue to have a good rest of the show. Ooh, yikes. I notice he keeps having tech problems, poor guy. So that's pretty much it on my end. So, yeah, take care, everybody. And, later-age.
Later.
Oh, no.
Yes, and where he works, unfortunately, their signal is horrendous.
Yeah,
At his
signal's
house, it's
pretty
way
horrendous,
better.
Yeah, I agree. No,
Right.
in his house is way better, but in where he works at, it's pretty
It's bad.
yeah, it's bad.
When
Yeah, it's pretty
things are
bad.
really, really, really cool, like perfect in that case, well, never mind. We'll just leave it at better. Yeah, better. Better is good.
Better.
Oh no!
Oh dear.
Here we go again.
There goes Stacy corrupting your lingo.
Yeah,
I
Stacy,
guess
come
so.
on, man.
She's broken. Oh no, she's
So-
broken.
This is how we do on the podcast.
But that's why
people.
my name is Crazy Stacy 25, because I'm crazy. That's why Angela 3011 doesn't fit, and it doesn't really fit.
I guess you're
What was
right.
that?
What did she say?
Well, now
What,
that
really?
you're back to
I didn't hear what you said.
oh brother.
Now that I'm
you're
back to what?
I was saying, now that you're back to being Stacy again.
Well, both. If we're being
Oh yeah, both. Yes.
I mean, I
both.
would prefer.
meant
I
to say
lean more
both.
towards being called Stacy, but I'm not
Right.
getting rid of Angela. I want to make that perfectly clear.
Yeah. Okay. Well, now that you're back to being both Stacy, Angela, Paul, Stacy, almost said your last name, but
Now,
forgot.
we'll just say now that I'm back to being Stacy again, but I'm also keeping Angela.
Yeah.
We'll just say
now that
that.
you're back to being Stacy, but you're also keeping Angela, I think it's safe for me to do this. Stacy. Yeah, there you go.
It goes.
Oh, I'm afraid you
Hey,
were
dog,
very,
it's
very.
Eclipse.
Yes.
No, it goes. Stacy,
That's a lot of
Stacy. Which, by
Yeah,
the
that
way,
thing doesn't
speaking of
pick up
Stacy,
those
Stacy,
notes.
Stacy, there is. I am going to be revising that song for Showcase Heaven. I'm working on the lyrics right now. But I'm going to be
All
revising.
right. Well, you guys take care, and later-age.
Later, Denise.
Yeah,
Later.
Okay, later.
But
Alright,
yeah.
anyway, yep, this is VisionCast with JC and friends, and all of us are here, and also Philip has just joined us, and we're just having a good time, and I want to know what you guys think about the announcement that I made. Are you guys excited for me? Are you guys happy that I finally found a home church with great sound
That's
equipment
great,
and ready.
JC.
Thank you.
That's
yeah.
great. I think that's.
Thank
What
you
do you
so
guys
much.
think?
It's awesome. It's almost 4:50, by the way. It's close to
Oh,
4:45.
yeah, right.
Almost.
Yeah.
So-
Okay.
Oh, I just came up with a cool
Yeah,
idea.
it is about.
What is it?
Yeah,
What?
it is
what?
about 14
Go
minutes
ahead,
out.
Go
14
ahead,
minutes out.
Stacy. Go ahead.
Showcase Heaven live with Crazy Stacy 25.
Change
That's
title,
a
though, it's
good
screwed up, though,
one.
isn't
That's
it?
a good one. I like that one. All right, guys. Well, as George said, it is almost that time again, and I do want to say thank you to everybody for showing your support over my humble decision on, trying to sign up for the volunteer opportunity, and I will keep you guys posted on that. Like I said, I'm waiting for an email back from either John or Kenny, the head pastor of the Newburgh campus, to see if I'm. And by the way, the website is pretty accessible as well as their form. So if you go to graceoc.com/serve, that's SERVE, you'll be able to find links to various places you can serve at. And you even get a free t-shirt with it. So you even get a free t-shirt, and I like free. Who else wants free? Anyway.
Free, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Free's awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. All right, well, anyways, we're going to get to our shout-outs, and we're going to start from the ladies all the way to the fellas. So, first of all, Stacy, go ahead with your shout-outs.
Well, shout out to the whole VisionCast team for dealing with me, and dealing with me, especially for George and Haley. This year, I'm just gonna say, well, I should say mostly last year. This year's actually been better, but this past year has been a bumpy ride for me. There's just been a lot going on and dealing with a lot of stress and stuff. This year is actually a lot clearer because I have the best boyfriend and the best girlfriend ever. I couldn't ask for a better boyfriend or a better girlfriend. My dearest George and my dearest Haley, I love you both. There's going to be special surprises in Showcase Heaven, by the way, for you both. And I love both of you with everything I have. You guys are truly the best boyfriend and girlfriend I could ever ask for, and especially with helping me and not running with my PTSD and trying to decide, well, what name is better, Angela or Stacy, or and try. Even if you don't fully agree with me, you still support me and you're still there for me. You haven't left me, and so really, a lot of the stuff that I'm doing for the show and in my life general would not be possible without George and Haley. They are my biggest cheerleaders and biggest support system, and so they deserve huge credit and shout out. And, of course, as does the rest of the VisionCast team. You guys have been so supportive and non-judgmental and helping me through things. Danny, Denise, Preston, my lover, Leona, Katie. I sent the link to Katie, but I guess she couldn't make it.
I'm not sure you have to. I'll have to check on her.
Yeah, I also sent the link to Nelly, but unfortunately she didn't show. But that's okay.
And Philip and everybody on the team. Whether you're long lasting or you've come and gone, you guys are awesome. So thank you so much. But especially thanks to my dearest George and Haley. I couldn't have done a lot of what I've done in my life without you.
Yep, and you all are freaking awesome. I'm telling you that. You are freaking the best. And yeah, so we're super excited about that. And for those that are new, shout-outs basically is where we get to shout people out on the show. So, all right, so before we continue, is Haley here?
Yes, I am.
All right, Haley, you're next.
Alrighty, I want to give a shout out to the entire VisionCast team. And a special shout out to my dearest Angela. Even though, well, you keep rooting for the wrong team, so that's kind of a problem.
Call me Stacy and I'll root for the right team.
Okay, Stacy.
Now you want to fix that? Who are you shouting out?
Angela
Shout out to
Stacy.
the right team from time to time. Which is good.
I'm kidding. Go ahead, sweetness. Finish your
And yeah, with and George, well, Yankees, well, I don't know what to say about that.
I do.
I don't.
They win, you lose.
But anyway, then without Angela, I couldn't have happening. Really, it would never really what I have happening on Monday of the 18th, which I will disclose that next week. Um, that wouldn't have been possible without Angela.
Without Angela? No.
Yes, without yes, no, suck up, Buttercup.
Yeah, suck it up.
Wow.
Without my dearest Angela.
Okay.
That would never have taken place. Not this soon, not this quickly anyway. But I'll make that announcement next week.
Yeah,
So yeah,
that's awesome.
To the entire VisionCast team, everyone. Yeah, it's always fun being here, and I'll see you guys later.
Yep. All right. Let's continue now. Gudrun, you're gonna be doing your first shout out because first of all, we want to say welcome to you on the team. You can always come back and check us out anytime. We're always on from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern Time. If your schedule is not clogged with other things apart from this podcast. But like I said, you're always welcome to come back. And if you do miss it, it'll be on your favorite podcasting platforms. And we do want to recognize and say thank you for joining us. And go ahead with your shout outs, Gudrun, since you're new to this team. And welcome.
Thank you from the newbie. And thanks to JC for the gracious invitation. It's been fun. and basically, so the situation I'm shouting out from, I mentioned that I was doing radio shows, and I seem to have trouble not that getting the right sound that I'm used to having. That I sort of think that my older recording is sounding better than my new ones. So I'm trying to find out to EQ or not to EQ. That's the question. And the microphone, trying all the microphones that you have. So that's my biggest thing. One of them is to try and go through my microphones and see if one of them sounds better, and especially now when I have my textile recording booth. So from this textile recording booth, that's my shout out to you all. Have a wonderful week, whatever you're doing, and nice to meet you.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Gudrun. And I will be, if not for anything, I will see you on Saturday at Community Karaoke. You'll be there, right?
I will be, yeah.
Okay, I will see you there. And if you want to come back on the podcast anytime, I'll send you the invite in the near future. And once again, welcome to the team. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right. All right. Let's move on to let's see. All right, let's move on to the fellas. So, first of all, George, are you unmuted?
I'm here. Yep,
Okay,
I'm
good.
here.
Go ahead, George.
I do want to say that her recording and her microphone sounds great, by the way. So glad you're on the podcast. Come back anytime. You know, you're always welcome here. Now for my shout out to my dear Stacy. Love you so much. You're awesome, baby Stacy. Well, nothing. Wow.
You know, well, since you said Stacy, see, when Haley made her shout out, she didn't say without my dearest Stacy. So therefore,
you misunderstood that though.
But that's okay. I'll let you off the hook because Haley didn't say my dearest Stacy. She said my dearest Angela, and she needs to fix that. Otherwise, I'm rooting for the Yankees tonight.
Well, well. Remember where you live.
You need to fix it, Haley. Come on.
I did not make. You know what? I'm gonna. You know the ribeye that's sitting in the refrigerator.
Can't you just say without my dearest Stacy? Can't you just say it?
Nope.
No.
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 Wow. Okay.
My dearest Stacy.
Then moving
Okay,
on.
now I said
then.
it.
So also
ahead,
shout out
George.
to, like I said, I was just saying baby because she hates our baby. I was just getting free action. That's why I was doing that. Getting reactions. Shout out to you, love. Shout out to Katie, who unfortunately couldn't make it today. Hopefully on Saturday. To Leona and both of Ray also. I hope they're both doing well. it's still unknown. I have no idea what's going on there yet. I'll keep you updated. To the VisionCast crew, you're awesome. And be safe, healthy, and happy.
All right. Denny, aka H Streets, are you unmuted?
I am now.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead with your shoutouts.
Yeah, I was called to an early dinner. I was well, my great uncle actually brought some Chinese food. But anyway, besides that, shout out to the entire VisionCast team. You guys are awesome. Shout out to Gudrun. It's very nice to meet you. It's really awesome to have you on the show. Also, shout out to the listeners to the podcast, those who actually support the show. Also, me and everything I do. Also, there's someone that I was actually going to mention. Shout out to Ashley. We actually got to JC, Angela, and I, and Preston. We all got to meet up with her during before and during the recording of the RCL episode this week. Shout out to my friends and family that actually listen to this podcast. And
hey guys, mind if I drop in?
Wow, yeah, you can for a quick few minutes.
And anyway,
oh my gosh.
You got us right at the end. We're doing our shout outs, but you can say hi if you want.
Hi.
I gotta get back to this dinner before it gets cold. But hey Susan. But anyway, shout out to my friends and family who actually listen to the podcast, and that's pretty much it. There's definitely more to come.
All right. Wow. What a surprise. Hi, Susan.
Hi, JC.
Hey.
Oh my gosh, you guys, you have no idea what I've been through today.
Oh.
Yeah, it's been like, okay, so first I was very frustrated because I found out that that conservatory that I was supposed to help out with, they don't really need my help right now. Plus, I've been extremely stressed out trying to submit a dozen audition videos for a show in Granbury that I'm trying to get into, and only to have it say file limit is exceeded every time.
Yikes.
So it's very frustrating and stressful.
Must be.
And I've been at it all day, literally. So
wow. What kind of show is it? What are you trying to?
They're doing Miracle on 34th Street, the musical.
Yeah,
so,
and what are you going to play a part?
Well, I'm currently trying to audition. They expect me to send in an audition video by August 7th. And I've been making video after video after video, both acting and singing. And they always, every time I try to submit it, they always say file limit exceeded.
You might have to compress it. What good?
Yeah, that's what I suggest.
See, the thing is, I have no idea how to do that. And I'm not very tech savvy, as y'all know. So I've just been trying to figure this out. I finally decided to contact the Granbury Theater Company and by email and see if they could help me with that. I already tried to call the box office today, expecting to press 0 and see if I could get in contact with someone in charge of auditions. No luck. I just got the box office worker.
Have you tried?
I'm sorry?
Have you tried? Have you figuring out how long the submission can be?
That's exactly why I contacted the Granbury Theater Company's email, so
because
I could find that out.
Yeah, it's possible that you're exceeding the length of that maybe they want 2 minutes or 1.5.
No, actually, I tried a 3-minute video, file limit exceeded. I tried a 2-minute video, it was a little over 2 minutes. Then I tried a 1-minute video, and then Like my very last audition video was probably like 14 seconds long, and that still exceeded the limit. And woo,
But do you know that? So it could have to do with a sampling rate or a bit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You might have to compress it. The only thing is, I'm not exactly sure how to do that on Android. I only know how to do it on iOS and Mac. So, and you're not.
I've tried on my iPad too, and it's still saying the same thing.
There's an app for iPad called Compress, and it has ads, but it could like knock down the target size to like half and see if that helps.
Yeah, right now my storage is almost completely filled up on my iPad, so I have like no room for extra apps.
Well, good luck. Hopefully you can get that fixed, but we should probably get to the rest of our shout-outs. We're gonna be getting over.
Yeah.
Do you have any shout-outs? That's okay. Do you have any shout-outs, Susan, that you'd like to give?
Yeah, do you have any shout-outs, Susan?
Well, shout out to you guys for being extremely patient with me as I've been extremely busy with other stuff. So, guys have really supported me
Susan,
through all this, and I appreciate it.
We definitely understand because, back to school season is around the corner, and we're working on our own things.
Exactly,
so
less than 2 months. So less than 2 months.
And like I said in my show announcement earlier that our friend Cody sent me, it's definitely going to be a new season.
Oh yeah, I'm going to be out doing other stuff, and I really hope they go back to in-person auditions right now, because that's the way I'm used to, and it's really frustrating because I know nothing about technology at all. Even though sometimes it seems like I do not whatsoever. So, it's just really frustrating right now.
Yeah, it's pretty.
I get it.
But yeah, as Stacy said.
All right. Later,
okay,
Gudrun.
Thank you, Gudrun. All right.
As
Stacy said, we're gonna get straight to the shoutouts because we're almost out of time. Let's go to our final person, Preston. Go ahead with your shout out.
And Philip. Preston and Philip.
Okay, yeah, Philip, yeah.
If Philip is still here. Hang on, let me see if he's...
Yep, I'm still
here.
He is. His voice was a little distorted, though, for a minute.
Okay, go ahead, Philip, and then Preston, and then JC.
Alright, just like to get...
Uh-oh.
He's on a wave.
Alright.
Go ahead.
I just want to give a quick shout outs to the VisionCast team. It's been a great show. Sorry for being late earlier today. Just got busy with work and couldn't make it on time. But glad I got a chance to make it for the last couple minutes. I'd like to give a special shout out to our gracious hosts, JC and Angela / Stacy. Great jobs. Great show's always been awesome. And that's about it.
So you and I are pretty much in the same boat right now. We both got here at the last minute. I actually didn't find out about this podcast until like very last minute when I saw the WhatsApp link that JC sent to the chat.
I sent it. I was the one who
and
sent
I'm
the link.
Philip came
slow.
Yeah, Philip came before you did. You came like literally right at the end.
Yeah,
right the last minute.
Okay, let's continue. All right, Preston, go ahead, and then I'll close it out.
Preston, wait. Oh, he's here. Never mind.
Preston.
Yeah, I'm here.
There you
Yep,
are.
we're here.
Go ahead with your shout out, Preston.
Okay. Shout out goes to everybody on the team. Thank you all for another successful show.
Woohoo!
I do want to thank Cody again for, the big announcement he provided us today from the Cav Quote Library and the Daffodil Library that we've been working on for the past several months now. We're definitely going to put this into good use as much as possible, but we're still not going to give our jingles up and liners up from Denny and Angela. I mean, we're definitely long-standing traditions. So I'm very blessed to work with you all, and I look forward to see what we get into as time goes on. Just to let you all know, I'm going to be in Virginia Beach in 2 weeks, so I may or may not be here depending on what downtime I got. But maybe I can, take y'all with me on the beach. Maybe I'll do some recordings on WhatsApp like I did for my cruise. So I'll figure it out. But
I
it's
have
been a
zero
good.
vacations.
We'll miss you,
Yes.
Preston.
Thank you.
Yes, definitely. But we're in
You
good
better
have
not
fun
be
your trip, buddy.
And you better not be flirting with any hot girls, because you're mine.
Oh.
Well,
I'm kidding.
I promise
I'm kidding.
I won't. But we
I'm
haven't
kidding.
even got
I'm
there
kidding.
yet.
We're just lovers. We're not boyfriend girlfriend.
Yes.
I'm giving you crap.
My bad for that notification going off.
But anyway,
No worries,
shout
you're
out goes to everybody on the team. Thank you for what you do. A shout out goes to everybody who listens and subscribes to our content. Thank you for what you do. And shout out goes to my lover Angela and JC for helping me with this podcast, and everybody, because without you we would be nothing. So
we love you, Preston.
Thank you,
Preston. I love you.
I love you too.
Intentionally
I love
this
you.
time.
No. All right. Well. All right. My turn. Oh boy. Shout out goes to all the supporters, all the people who does do a great job at this podcast, but especially to my friend, to my two friends that have stuck with me the longest ever. I'm talking about my friend Angela, Stacy, and also my good friend, the one who stuck by me through thick and thin when we were on Smule at the time, and still is my friend. Susan is excellent at what she does. I know we've been doing duets, and we will still get duets done even though we're not on Smule anymore. We can still make it happen. Don't worry, we'll still make duets happen.
I have 30 days till my account gets deleted.
Yeah, me too. We both have 30 days. Anyway, and shout out goes to John. Congratulations again, man. You're going to do a great job at directing the worship at Grace Community Church Newburgh. Shout out goes to Pastor Kenny, the lead pastor of the Newburgh campus, Pastor Gerard, the Washingtonville campus, Kim Wachowski, the current worship leader who leads worship frequently, her husband Kenny. Hopefully I'll meet her husband soon. I'm not sure when, but hopefully that'll happen. And of course, to all of my family, friends, and supporters, you all are definitely freaking awesome, and we love doing what we do. Remember, Showcase Heaven is this Saturday. Although I won't be here, I'll be at karaoke. So if you guys want to listen to the fun be had over there, make sure you listen to the program on ACB Media 5. If not, then come down to where all the fun is had by all. Showcase Heaven with Angela, aka Stacy. Make sure you check that out this Saturday if you can. If not, it'll be in the montage. I'll still be in charge sending the link out as possible while still partaking in karaoke. And by the way, karaoke is back on the 16th, and the following week I'll be back with you guys. I'll be back with you guys the following week. But you guys have a great rest of your show this Saturday. Stacy, I know you'll do great on the show. Good luck with that, and I'll definitely be checking the archive out when it's posted so I can listen to what you guys do. And I hope there's some good bloopers, because you know I love them bloopers.
Yep,
we all love
bloopers.
Them bloopers.
Bloopers.
Gotta love the bloopers.
Yeah, we love them bloopers.
Yes.
And don't forget, tomorrow we have our team hangout, so make sure you're in 8 p.m. Eastern time. Be there or be square, because we're going to have some more randomness, and we're going to talk about what's next for our meetings. Although we don't have any interviews, I will talk about what's next for that. And speaking of which, we have an interview coming up on the 14th still.
I thought we canceled that one. I'm doing the segment.
That's right.
Actually, I have an idea. You
Okay, what's the
can.
idea?
Well, because I'm going to do that segment for ACB. If you want to, you could interview me on the 14th about Rapid Fire Productions. If you want.
And,
Okay.
And I'm free for another interview if y'all want to interview.
If you
me,
want
like,
to,
once
or
I
we
get-
could schedule it for another day because the 14th is kind of coming up.
Yeah, it's kind of
that's
crazy. Yeah, but
that's
let's talk
tomorrow.
about
Let's
that.
schedule it another day.
Yeah, let's talk. Yeah, tomorrow will be our hangout, and we will discuss future interviews. at
Future
the
interviews,
hangout,
but
which
yeah,
is
I
much better.
definitely want to redo because I want to do it as Stacy. I mean, I want to have the interview. It'll say my full name in the beginning. It's Angela Stacy, which I like both.
Yeah.
But I lean towards Stacy more. But
And plus
anyway,
the interview, even though, we'll talk about that tomorrow during our hangout.
Yep.
But anyway, guys, you have tuned into a great episode. We are sorry that we have to go, but we will see you guys either this Saturday for Showcase 7 for some of y'all, or if not, we will see you next Wednesday or tomorrow for our gathering hangout. Don't forget, tonight RCL is going to do their hangout meeting. Make sure you be there. I'll be there. Stacy will be there. Everyone, the whole gang, all of us will be there talking about radios and whatnot and all things related to radio. We'll definitely be there for that. But until then, on our side of the world, we will see you all next week. And as we always say, keep technology alive. That's what we always say for our outros. And with that being said, we'll see you when we see ya, and we're out.
Yes, indeed. Thank you all. Love y'all.
Later.
God bless. And later, 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 later.